again, and welcome to the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hamilton Mike, along with my partner back from assignment, Brian the Ranger. He's back for now. We'll see how long he lasts. Anyway, we want to talk about the Kaepernick thing going on right now. Colin Kaepernick out in San Francisco with his all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And on the line, we have our San Francisco affiliate, Andy Fettel. Andy, are you there?
How are you doing, guys?
Great. Thanks for coming on, Andy. We appreciate such short notice. We wanted to get a little bit about Kaepernick, but not too much about Kaepernick. I just wanted to get a little feel of what the pulse is out there for Kaepernick, of what's going on with everything right now.
Well, you know, I think in the area, of course, everybody follows the team. You know, because some people weren't very big on him to begin with, and you know, the Cap supporters that were with him, you know, I would think that they would want him to, you know, more focus on the team, focus on the playbook, and get himself back to 100%. I mean, because on a side note, you know, he's competing for a starting quarterback job this year right now. So
exactly.
Is there disappointing in my opinion?
Yeah. Is there any feel out there, Andy, that you could see people really not liking him any more than before from what happened, or is it kind of the same out there?
No, I definitely would say it's more. You know, like you said, we're on preseason, we're getting ready for OTAs and seeing who's going to make the roster and who's not. I don't think anybody on any team wants this kind of a distraction. You know, I don't think that, you know, bringing that kind of, you know, publicity or anything, I don't think anything good could come out of it personally.
Man, you took the words right out there, is distraction. I mean, we're not going to make a statement on whether he's right, wrong, or indifferent for what he's doing. That's for a different genre and a different area. But, you know, again, Chip Kelly's the coach there. He's a guy who, you know, he's cut people for less than what's going on right now. And it is a distraction to the team that's trying to start up this campaign this year. He was probably on shaky ground to stay on this roster to begin with. At least, definitely look like he was going to be the starter. Do you think that in 2 weeks' time, when the Niners start their season, that Colin Kaepernick's on this roster?
You know, I mean, my opinion, you know, my sports opinion, I don't think he can do anything good in the locker room. I wouldn't be surprised if he got cut in the next 2 weeks. I've already read a few articles saying that, you know, this might be the straw that breaks the back. You know, not necessarily the only thing that got him cut, but I mean, you know, he has underperformed the past couple, you know, years and been hurt in and out. So, I mean, again, you know, I would think that if he buckles down and learns the playbook and really be the dedicated professional, I think he can overcome it. You know, it's a stand, like you said. It's not us to judge whether it's right or wrong or not, but I think he could have done a little bit more things to be more effective for whatever his stand is, whatever his reasons are. You know, I don't know if that was the best way to get, you know, get things done and get it accomplished. Just generally speaking, in the Bay Area, a lot of people are really disappointed. You know, I mean, they're really focused on football and getting ready for the season, and then you got this, you know, huge curveball that comes in, and you know, I don't think many people like it.
Yeah, you said it the best. You said it, you know, obviously with everything going on with him and not being the starter right now, and Gabbert being in there, you think the guy would really buckle down in the playbook and really learn to do this. But in the same sense, he's really hurting stock because he does get cut from the Niners, where they do happen to get a team by some miracle to get a trade with him. I mean, who wants this guy now with his ability-wise and everything going on? I mean, I think it's a tough sell for Kaepernick's camp to get him on a team.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, you know, we talked about this a couple weeks ago before all this outrage even happened, and, you know, that my opinion has to change. You know, if you keep your head down and work hard, be a professional, you know, I don't think it's anything that anybody can not overcome. Unfortunately, you know, I don't know Colin personally, but I don't know if he has that drive and that will left in him. You know, I don't know if he was just a kind of a one-hit wonder and it's over, or, you know, like you said, maybe going to another team might restart his career. Unfortunately, we couldn't really move him, you know, before this happened. You know, we're trying to give away him and even pay some of his salary before, you know, Denver was out when they drafted Paxton, right? So, I mean, I don't know if, you know, that's even a choice at this point. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they cut him before the 53-man roster so they can at least save some money on that roster bonus.
You know, the thing about the NFL and really all sports is talent trumps all. You always see guys with checkered past end up getting second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances because teams see talent there. You know, if somebody like Aaron Rodgers is causing an issue off the field, I mean, it's taken a little bit differently. But, you know, to your point, you know, he wasn't the starter to begin with. I mean, do teams really want to bring a distraction onto the roster if the talent's not there to make up for it? Probably not. So it'll be interesting to see if he survives this, if he gets another chance in the league, because the talent hasn't been there for about 2 years now.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, all politicals and everything off the field aside, let's talk about his play on the field.
Yeah.
You gotta have a certain standard to be a starting NFL quarterback. And another thing, again, not to say whether it's right or wrong or not, but there's a lot of NFL players that are pretty well off, and they got plenty of nonprofit organizations, and they really do a lot to give back to the community. Yep. So it's really a shame that somebody like this, for an incident like this, gets all this publicity, because there's more than I can imagine and name that I know of, I'm sure, of all kinds of organizations that are sponsored by pro athletes, not just football players, that really do make a difference. They raise hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to go towards whatever, poverty, sick people, anything. And I think something like that might have kind of got him a little bit more respect than what he did. That's awful controversial.
Yeah, as a hockey fan, I mean, you're reminded of PK Subban up in Montreal, who recently traded out of there, but he donated $10 million to the Children's Hospital up there. I mean, he put his money where his mouth was.
Exactly.
I mean, again, I'm not saying Colin's right or wrong, but if you want to make a change, you got a lot of money, man. Do something about it,
Yeah, I think it's like $114 million to be exact. So I mean, that could make a whole lot of change. I mean, I think that would make more of a change than having. Of course, you have the right to do what you want, but what at the end of the day, what did that accomplish other than a whole bunch of controversy?
Right. I agree. Well, change is good in a different aspect with the money situation. So that's all the time we have for the Colin Kaepernick special. I want to thank our affiliate out in San Francisco, Andy Fetta, for coming on. Andy, thank you very much. I appreciate short notice for reaching out to the Sports Box.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Brian, and have to Mike.
Thank you. Absolutely. And guys, remember, keep an eye out for good stuff coming on the Sports Box.
Make sure you're liking us on Facebook, following us at Sports Box Show on Twitter, and don't forget to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel so that when you're getting the breaking news just like this,
you gotta subscribe. And make sure you remember that Sports Box, the only opinion that matters, still right here. Thanks for watching, folks. See you.
Don't forget to subscribe.